the show tonight? AEW Dynamite. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live Wednesday night for the AEW Dynamite review on the Joe Cronin Show. Kenny Omega. Naughty stuff tonight on AEW. We're going to have Jake in the house. You guys are here. What a show tonight. How did the Debonair dinner dingleberry go? We're going to talk about all of it. We're going to talk about everything. Everybody's in the chat ready to go. People are really, really liking this show tonight, Jake. This is a win for AEW, man. You guys hit that like button down below. Hit that subscribe button. Let's drive the numbers up because you know that I want to get to 69,000 subscribers. And the reason why I want to get to 69,000 so bad is because I'm sick. I mean, let's just face that. But the bottom line is, what did you think, Kenny Omega tonight? Is Kenny Omega back finally? Is he back? Like New York City's back. Just got to punch Rick Moranis in the face a few more times, and they're fully back, according to Bill Burr. He's right. Is AEW back this week? Last week took a little back seat. What's up, Jake?
You like tonight? I thought tonight was awful. My God.
Yeah, nice try. I'm not going to believe it.
No, really, I love tonight. Much better than all the wrestling we've got as far as Raw and AEW has gone for the past few weeks. So this was really good night. Tons of character development, great promo work, really good matches, great stories being told. Got me excited for the pay-per-view. They did their job tonight. Great show.
Well, and you know, WWE did their cheese. WWE's cheese was Elias horribly lip-syncing. And if he had not been so horrible about it, it might have been a little better, but just
I didn't mind the idea of him having a concert. Just the lip-syncing was off.
Yeah,
he just able to perform.
This big dude with this tiny guitar, not lip-syncing, it just sounds wrong. And so, you know, I know what Jericho did tonight with MJF was so super cheese in a way, but it was like laughing at itself so much that it was laughing at itself.
An outlandish idea that it was like a parody. It was, you know, it was funny. It was just unexpected. It was cheesy and corny, yeah, but it was supposed to be. They were taking, you know, the piss out of themselves with this, and I like what they gave us. It was very funny.
Well, see, that's the thing is they were like kind of laughing at themselves about it. Like it's like you're all in on this stupid joke we're doing. Whereas with Elias, because this is really the comparable segment, right? This is just the comparable segment. But with Elias, it felt like, wow, they're just, I mean, he's getting heel heat, I guess, but it's just insulting and cheesy and, oh, God, it's so lame. But so that's why I think that, you know, this is different and why it's such a win for Jericho and, you know, MJF. Because, and by the way, I don't know, I mean, whether they shot that earlier or did that live right now, either way.
It looked pretty shot with some of it. But.
Yeah, it looked pretty edited and shot. But if they did that live, that's crazy. But even doing it shot, you know, they probably had to stop a few times maybe. But it was just funny, man. I thought it was funny. Some people probably actually just thought it was cheesy. Some people probably thought that. But I just thought that after, you know, what WWE did with Elias, this looked a lot better. At the very least, you know, I would think you'd give that segment a 6 or 7. And I would think that the Elias segment was like a 1, 2, or 3, you know, or maybe this was a 5. I mean, they just won. Their cheesy segment outdid WWE's cheesy segment. And, yeah, I mean, let's start at the beginning, but, you know, I just wanted to go into that. Thanks to Alan.
They both were singing, too, which was interesting. I like the fact that they had them sing. Whether it was recorded and they lip-synced it, I'm not sure, but it looked to be at times, but it was their voices. And it kind of was a funny thing to consider, too, because of all the issues and drama with Sebastian Bach saying that Jericho can't sing and you know, his voice is terrible. Then Jericho tries to sing on whatever, Instagram or Facebook, one of the two, and it didn't sound great. So, I mean, this is kind of a you know, tit for tat with that. So that's kind of funny to consider, too.
Yeah, Jericho doesn't have the greatest, like, regular singing voice. He doesn't. He just kind of has the I know he's got a good recording voice. Like, he can really record his voice. He's pretty good live.
Yeah, because they can tweak it and mess with it. And
yeah, I mean, he's got a. I mean, like, I've got a bad voice, and I try to pull off things, and I got a bad voice. I mean, he's got a better voice than me, but I mean, it's like, you know, I try to pull things off. It's the same thing, you know. But I agree, you know, in a way. But I mean, why is Sebastian Bach going out of his way to put Jericho down, or did Jericho attack him first, or?
I don't know. I don't recall.
I don't know the
I don't
lineage
know
behind this.
I remember talking about it briefly, but
yeah,
but it was just funny that, you know, that kind of thing stuck out with him singing. It's definitely divisive. I've seen people say that that's the best thing since sliced bread. I've seen other people say that they never want to see this in wrestling again. So I'm curious to see, you know, how people feel throughout the donations throughout the night and throughout the chat.
Well, probably a lot of people thought there was going to be a food fight or something like that. So, you know,
see, I didn't expect a brawl, but I didn't expect them to break out into a Broadway show either.
Yeah, that was.
I thought they were just gonna, like. I thought what we got with the waitress, we were gonna get more of that. Like, they were gonna have them argue with the chef. I pictured, you know, like just like, you know, the full Karen thing ramping up. I did not see in a million years them, you know, pulling on a Broadway performance, and that's what it was. It was so unexpected that I liked it.
Yeah,
I didn't mind Elias's performance as much as you. I wish he wasn't lip syncing, but him having concerts other times, it works for me. It was a bit odd, but you know, it didn't hit as well as it could have. But I liked this tonight much better than anything they gave us on Raw. Absolutely.
I think that it probably went something like this. You know, what should we do? I was like, wouldn't it be funny if, like, just for no reason, we out of nowhere we broke out into like a song, or like Broadway, like just some kind of musical. I mean, that's probably how it went. Like, hey, wouldn't it be funny if we just broke out singing, like, all of a sudden? The Guardian of Chaos is here, everybody. What's up, Guardian of Chaos? And I want to remind everybody that earlier today, me and Jake did a 1-hour podcast. It's up on Patreon now, episode 4. Although it's really episode 4 for the second time, but it was a couple years ago we did 4. So we relaunched the Jake and Joe podcast. Wow, that golf cart hit is so good. I just saw it again on the replay on TV. But Jake and
technically
Joe,
it's part 2 from yesterday, so
yeah, so
new episode entirely, but it continues from the conversation.
30 minutes from yesterday, and there's a 1-hour one up now on Patreon. Get on Patreon to download that. And we talked about everything and then we put the Rudy Giuliani trapped by this Borat film thing with the underage girl, whatever. We talked all about it. It's up there. Go listen to it. It's on Shame on News. It's a free clip. Check that out. Anyway, we're back to the wrestling talk. And speaking of that, we got a donation popping in. So let me just see what's going on.
Ho, ho,
oh, here we go. The sound wave. Oh, man. It's not even Christmas yet.
I got too drunk on Christmas night. I should have hung myself from the Christmas lights. I got too fucking drunk on Christmas night. I got too fucking drunk on Christmas night. I should have hung myself from the Christmas lights. I got too fucking drunk on Christmas night. I hope Santa runs me over with his goddamn sleigh. I should have got drunk on Christmas. Woo.
What a fucking great night. Phoenix versus Pentagon was everything I wanted and more. We are finally getting Adtr versus the Bucks, but Jericho and MJF's Broadway musical stole the whole night. One of the best segments of the year. 8.5 out of 10.
Ladies and gentlemen, come on! Yeah, it's Soundwave 92, keeping the shows alive with $31.
Hell yeah, Soundwave.
If you guys want to donate tonight, the link is down below in the description box, or you guys can super chat down below as well. Bring this, dude. Let's just do something crazy. Rest in peace, Santa. Steve Langenheim. I agree. I'm sorry, Santa's dead. Let's do a super chat train or something tonight. It's been a long time. I haven't seen that super chat light up in a long time, man. Maybe get them super chats lit up, but let me know what you think tonight about AEW. Give us your score in the super chat if you can, if you decide to do super chats, or do Streamlabs down below, and make sure Google doesn't get 30% of the money by using Streamlabs. Twitch alerts down there. All the donation amounts are listed. If you expand the description box, you can see all of them listed up and down. And there's some erotic ones, let's be honest. But okay. Should we start right from the beginning now? Because we kind of gave a bit of an overview.
We kicked off with the tournament, the Eliminator 8 title tournament that we have going on. We had Wardlow taking on Jungle Boy. And though it was a little bit of an easy, predictable match that Wardlow would win,
Yeah.
I liked the way that they showcased Jungle Boy getting a bit of a chance to get his offense in, but they made it look believable.
Yeah.
It wasn't like where Marco Stunt was getting in on Brian Cage, ridiculous. This made sense, and because Wardlow was just swarming him initially, big clothesline, and just that turned him inside out. He was wrecked after that, and then eventually he was able to get that springboard DDT and start to get a little bit of a comeback. But then forget it. Obviously Wardlow is just too strong. Gets his F10 finisher and gets the clean pin. So it was a good solid match. I think it was like 9 minutes long. I liked it. Good opener.
Yeah, a really good opener. I don't know about the decision to let Wardlow. A lot of the big guys have to spend too much time in there with somebody that they should just run over and destroy or whatever. But what are you going to make every big guy a guy who runs people over and stuff? So whatever. But the bottom line is the match was entertaining enough, and it was a good opening match. There was a couple of good moments.
Especially when you can
match.
Easily predict the outcomes for this tournament. We pretty much knew, with the exception of one match, the Lucha Brothers match. Every other match, we knew who was going to win, who's going to come ahead. It was just evidently obvious. So if that's the case, at least make it exciting. And I feel like they did that with each and every match in the tournament. They did something different for each one. One was like an all-out war. One was one-sided. One, went ahead and it just everything had, Kenny had his real squash match, and so everybody had a little bit something different to be showcased. I appreciate that. It wasn't 4 time limit draw matches. It wasn't, no DQ finishes, no countouts, nothing like that. We had decisive victories, and I appreciate that.
Yeah, and the wrestling was really good tonight. So the one thing that they kind of needed was a segment that wasn't wrestling. I thought maybe they could have used a couple of them, but it was all paid back and all worked out when we got that dinner stuff later, in my opinion. Some people may not have liked it, but so what was after the first match? So yeah, Wardlow, Jungle Boy, good match, thumbs up. I liked it. Speaking of thumbs up, hit that like button. Get to 100. 169 because I'm weird. Yeah, what came after Jungle Boy and Wardlow? That was good. But.
After that, we saw the Jon Moxley promo, which I friggin' loved.
Oh.
This is probably my favorite Moxley promo so far. He's like, I'm not gonna, apologize for being successful and buying my mother a house, and I choked you out. You had spit bubbles coming out of your mouth. You were too busy, drooling on Daydream Street, whatever he said, and I'm gonna force you to quit, and then you won't have anyone to blame but yourself. I'm either going to make you quit or I'm going to get my friend back, something like that. It was just so powerful, so
dude.
Good.
Also, they showed the Eddie promo from last week, which I forgot about how good it was, and his promo on Moxley was so good. So I see this replay of his promo that was really good, and then Moxley cuts a great promo on him, and so I don't know, man. This is awesome. I'm wicked into this now. I'm like, this is cool.
Yeah,
and now it's going to be
just this promo
match.
Alone got me pumped.
Yeah, these guys, wow. This is crazy. This is really interesting now. And it's an I Quit match. And yeah, when he said that I'm either going to get my friend back or I'm going to whatever the hell he said, that was really good shit. That shit is excellent. Good. So not only did we get So it's like, dude, check all the boxes. What do you hope to see on a Wednesday night? What do you hope to see on a wrestling show? You're like, well, I hope I see a promo that's good. I hope I see a match that's good. And I hope I see some kind of something else that's good, maybe. Something random or a skit or something like that. Years ago, you wouldn't have brought up the skit part. You would have just said matches. And then you would have said maybe promos.
Yeah.
Now,
Jennifer also let us know in the chat and on Twitter, she tagged us in it, that Cody came out to save the Young Bucks, but that was after they went off the air. So interesting.
That is weird. Why would they even?
Maybe just to hype the crowd and have them go home happy since Cody didn't come out at all tonight.
Yeah, he made an appearance, and okay,
yeah,
he might have been booked.
So just for the live audience there, I'm assuming, but still, that is interesting. They went with that, so
yeah, that's cool. It's probably maybe he was booked on the card, so you saw him, see. Yeah, so great stuff for that promo. Absolutely great shit. Was the Phoenix match up next, or was it something else? I forgot.
No, it was Kenny Omega, and it was supposed to be Joey Janela, but he was in contact with somebody that turned out to have COVID. They were positive, so they had to quarantine Janela.
I think he's pulling a Shawn Michaels. I think he's pulling a Shawn Michaels. He was going to get buried, and he was like, oh, no, fuck this. I got COVID. And then they said...
So they buried Sonny Kiss.
Conspiracy.
And I really liked this Kenny. I have to admit, this was much better than what we've gotten from him. And if it took a year to tell the story for them to build up, then so be it. Let's see it continue. But I like this condescending, cocky, arrogant, no time for BS Kenny Omega. The cleaner's back. Him coming out with the girls with the brooms and the big entrance announcing every single over-the-top, stat that he's ever had. He's been this and this match of the year and the 6 stars. And, they included every, important moment in his career. And then you got a 20-second match, I want to say. He went ahead and got the knee right into Sonny Kiss. And then, obviously the one-winged angel. And that was it.
Boom,
so we saw the V-trigger, the angel in 20, 25, 30 seconds, something like that. It was really quick. And I liked even after the match, you thought Omega was going to attack Sonny Kiss. And then he just, hey, let's show him some respect. So it's interesting. You don't know what to expect. I liked it.
Yeah, I liked it too, because it was really just about showing the new Kenny Omega, or whatever you want to say.
I'm definitely intrigued on what's to come. So that's powerful when they make you curious to what's going to happen next. We don't get that often, or at least I don't get that feeling often. And I got that several times tonight. So
I was worried they changed. Intrigued. I was worried they changed his music. I was like, damn, I like that music, but then they didn't. So good.
Yeah, they just altered it a little bit to include the other entrances.
Yeah, and they had the girls dancing. So like we had to see chicks tonight, like all naked. And then Tony Schiavone at some point called somebody a bitch, and like he's gonna get canceled. Like it's coming, or not canceled, but he's gonna get bitched at. Tony Schiavone said, not to skip ahead, but well, we'll talk about that then. Let's tease it for then. Well, let's go back to the order. So great stuff from Kenny. It's a showcase thing about how he's changed or whatever, and he's really means business, and he's back, and all these other things. And so, yeah, great. It works. And poor Sonny Kiss, but oh well. I wanted him to kick Sonny Kiss in the balls, though, at the end, but that didn't happen, but whatever.
I did want to see it, but I like that they're building the intensity to him. And both on BTE and AEW Dark, they Kenny said the other day, he's like, I'm done with pretty much everything. I'm not going to be doing funny skits anymore. I'm not going to be doing any parodies and moments on BTE. I'm not going to be, I'm just straight up, focusing on myself. I'm going to win this tournament, and I'm tired of putting other people over. That was his attitude while he's eating dark side Skittles, which was funny. That's the little, but
what was that?
Really?
Laugh?
AEW Dark was a great watch last night. Penta and QT Marshall had an incredible match. Really, really good. Not as good as his match tonight with his brother, Ray Phoenix, obviously, which is the next match we'll get into. But it was an excellent match. And they told a really good story because QT Marshall has been seeing Allie romantically. She's obviously the Blade's wife. And we've heard Eddie Kingston say many times, take care of your house, clean your situation up. We need to get our family back together. Well, then all of a sudden he walks out and there's the bunny by his side. So it messes with QT's head. And now he said that since we're all back together, he cut a really good promo after the match. We're all back together. Our family's stronger than ever. Nothing's going to stop us is basically the gist of it. So then before this match, Eddie cuts a killer promo. You thought you liked Moxley's before.
Yeah.
I thought this was even friggin' better. One of his best, too, so far. My God, I didn't know it could get better, but it was so good. He said, you think I can look at myself in the mirror? I can't. And I had to become a snake because the ends justify the means. I wasn't playing this game before, and I was getting nothing. Now where am I at? I got an AEW title shot, and I've never said I quit in my life, and I certainly won't, and you're going to have to go to a dark place to beat me because that's where I live. And oh my God, so good. I can't say it enough. I was blown away.
I mean, it was really another good promo. And he was also on the microphone, and he was cutting fire on the mic. He said, what did he, I tweeted out. He said,
when they were smacking each other, he said it was like a pissing contest,
he goes,
something like that.
Yeah, I've seen this before, JR. I call this the pissing contest. And then they just started slapping the shit out of each other. He goes, that means chops. He said it before they did it. He goes, I've seen this before, JR. And I'm like, what's he talking about? He goes, this is a pissing contest. And I'm like, okay, yeah, that's funny. He goes, it means chops. And then fucking boom, they started lighting each other up, and I was like, dude, the idea that somebody is into things that much, but also he knows them. So he's describing them to us. He's describing the characters and what they do, like, and like validating the friendship, validating the bond, validating all this stuff. And so, like, it doesn't get any better than that when you can do all those things at once and roll it all together. So just great shit on the microphone, too, from Eddie Kingston. Loved it. What's up, Chad? How you guys doing?
We got into the Lucha Brothers match, and I was so thankful to be wrong. We were talking in the JCS chat and saying how I and a few others actually kind of thought they weren't going to have the match initially. I thought that it was going to end up being like a bye round, and they said they wouldn't face each other with how Eddie's been talking so, purposefully about his family being stronger. When Eddie came out, too, I'm like, oh, hopefully they don't call the match because I kind of want to see this, but that was my thought. Instead, they had match of the night, and I'm glad I was wrong, and I'm glad that they faced each other, and I'm glad that Rey Fenix was the one to go over.
Yeah, and here's the other thing.
I think everyone expected Penta, and so that was a good surprise.
The other thing about it was I was worried that when I started worrying, like, oh, they're going to get into the whole, oh, is he okay? I'm going to make the mistake of checking on my friend and then lose that way. But then I thought he really got hurt. Like,
yeah, with the arm cell.
And I don't know. And I mean, he landed on his
playing
head
possum.
when he went for the flying head scissor off the top rope. Like, they made it seem like he really got injured, man. That was one of the best sells I've ever seen. And he did land on his head. I almost wondered. I couldn't tell. It was so good. But then the story was, I guess, that, he worried about his friend being hurt. And it was, wow, dude. Like, that match was the best match of the night. That match was fun. That match was great. And
it had drama. It had intensity.
Mm-hmm. I didn't know what was going to happen. I kept thinking, like, what the hell is going to happen?
They kept topping themselves, and it wasn't like, obviously they had these incredible lucha maneuvers that they pull off, these corkscrew dives and just, the what was it to end it? The big destroyer, we saw a couple of great Spanish flies, just so much. But the intensity from these two as they're just smacking the hell out of each other, and you hear those chops reverberating through the entire, Daly's place. And I loved how, you see Rey Fenix shush the crowd down to go ahead and allow them to hear the chops. It was just a good bit. And then taking off the glove, those type of theatrics can sometimes and most often be more impactful than doing big moves. It gets the crowd into your match more. So Penta slowly taking off the glove and getting into everything, it made it that much more of a spectacle. I really, really can't overstate how great this match was. Some people are like, oh, they've had better, and I know they have, but I really, really enjoyed this, and especially with how weekly episodic wrestling television has been lately, I feel like we pretty much only see great matches like this on pay-per-views, so it was refreshing.
I'm going to shut down a rumor from someone about how that's going to end between Eddie and Moxley. I'm going to talk about that in a few minutes. The big rumor, big idea, I don't think it's happening. I'll tell you about it in a few minutes. Anyway, what's next? Yeah, best match of the night. Probably give that match like an 8.5 out of 10 for story and for performance. I don't know. It's really good.
Absolutely. I did forget to mention, it was very quick, but before the match had happened and before Eddie's promo, we saw Cody pull up in a limo and just said that he's not surprised that, they want the rematch to happen. And the only thing he was surprised about how quickly they want it to happen. But hey, that's okay. He said he's the giant slayer or giant killer, and he's got the night off. So that was it from Cody.
Glad you said that because I got back at the end of that and I didn't rewatch it, so I didn't know what was said there.
Yeah, it was just very quick of him saying, like, I'm looking forward to watching tournament matches. I got the night off. So
okay, sweet.
And D. Welsh did bring up a good point in that lucha match. Obviously with the Lucha Brothers, they went ahead and when Penta slapped the steel post trying to chop his brother, ooh, that looked like it hurt your hand.
Right.
He sold that so well. Both of them sold excellently. So, but everything just looked extremely painful. Then we had the backstage interview with the Dark Order. We had John Silver, Alex Reynolds. I like these two on BTE and whatnot, but this didn't really click here. They had Colt Cabana come out and, he's saying how he's not really worried. He doesn't feel much pressure. And they started to chant Brody Lee at the end. And
Right.
it was silly. It didn't really work.
Yeah, it was a little weird.
Unfortunately.
But I thought they did all right in the match, but it ran out of steam at the end for me. Like it was an all right.
Oh, for the match, yeah. I was just talking about the pre-thing promo.
Yeah,
the match was good.
How about when he threw Paige off to the side of the ring? Like there was a lot of it was entertaining enough that there was no real horrible match tonight. Thank God, man. But it was like there was a lot of whatever. But yeah, it wasn't the best thing. But yeah, the ending.
I like the Superman pin when Colt pulls that out every now and again. That just has a cool look to it when he dives across him and really hooks his legs. It's something unique. I like the way they were teasing the buckshot lariat though. Like will he hit it with he keeps evading him.
It was good until the end.
Story towards the end.
It was good until the end because it was like, well, why not? Why would you get hit by it again if you were what I mean? He should have
it's coming, but
what I thought he should have done was he should have done the buckshot lariat, but right as he swung, Cabana knew it was coming, so he ducked, and then he just hit Paige just runs off the other ropes, and then as Cabana turns around, he waffles him with a lariat that way, so he still gets him. So I don't know. I thought that would have been cooler, but it didn't quite look right to me at the ending. But
that would have added to it. I didn't mind it as much. I liked the way that they were trying to tell the story at the end of Cabana goes for the top rope move there. What is it? The skyline, and then Paige gets out of that, goes for the buckshot. Cabana gets out of that. So they're each trying to hit their finishers, and they're able to evade each other. So I didn't mind the tit for tat storytelling.
Yeah, it was okay. Again, it was interesting. Again, I didn't really find anything bad tonight. Amazingly,
no. Unfortunately, I would have liked a little more intensity from these two, just because we knew Paige was going to win. There was no doubt, I think, in anyone's mind that Paige was winning this. Obviously, the story that they're building to is Paige and Omega. And I have no problem with that, though, because of the story they've told so far with this tournament. Hopefully, they keep giving us solid matches like this. Obviously, this one could have been a little bit better, but we still have quite a few more matches to go, and I think that they'll build consistently as time goes on.
I'm going to build you up, Jake. I'm going to build up everyone in the chat. I'm going to build you all up to a 69. Should we go to the donations? I'm going to go to the donations. Let's go check out the donations. I'm sorry. I'm kind of losing my mind right now. We got the Soundwave 92 dropped that $31. Also, Alan Sways, he dropped something earlier. Let me see if I can get that to play. Let me see what's up.
Here we go. I'm about to get it, man. Here we go. About to get it, man.
Oh, it's the Dried Right dude.
Here we go. Here we go. Oh, no.
Dancing Queen.
Joe, this show was really good. I thought I was not expecting that musical number. Those dancing girls were so fine. I give it an 8 out of 10 overall.
The Dried Right dude, thank you, man. I mean, listen, it had a little something for everybody, I feel, tonight. I feel like there was a little something for everybody tonight, and it was nice. And so there was a lot of things. So happy about that. Shout out to the Dried Right dude.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I can see giving it an 8 out of 10, absolutely. And the dancing girls, it was like, oh, there's a dig at WWE unintentionally. Not planned, but just because they got rid of the girls on Raw Underground. That's the first thing my mind went to.
Right. Yeah, it was like...
Stupid as it is,
Yeah, it's stupid. Listen, obviously, no need to, drool over women and be gross to women and stuff like that. But there's no need to hide, sexy women dancing either. Who cares? Who cares if there's some hot women dancing? The women wrestlers are respected. They're all going out there having good matches. There's no reason why you can't have girls in bikinis. There's no reason why you can't have dudes who...
Yeah, the guys are equally eye candy. They're out there in little trunks, which are, smaller than boxers.
Yeah, and look at Sonny
all
Kiss.
Sweaty.
When he pulled up Sonny Kiss's leg tonight, I was like, oh my God, balls.
Yeah, then I remembered I was looking at a guy.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Because I just treat Sonny Kiss kind of like she wants. I'm like, well, I don't know. I'm telling you, man. I might fall in love with Sonny Kiss. I'm telling you, man.
Yeah, honestly, I forgot I was looking at a male until the pin came, and I was like, oh, that's right.
Right, exactly. So I mean, listen, here you go. You have everything going on tonight. You got so far. We're up to this point where we had 2 good matches. We've had a great promo. We had, the Colt Cabana match was whatever. They're trying to further the story with Colt and the Dark Order and let Hangman Page get over on it. Whatever. That's all fine. It's all good, and it moves on. What's next?
Let's see here. After that, we had Sammy Guevara talk about Matt Hardy, and come to find out we're going to get a Elite Deletion match with these two at Full Gear. So Matt Hardy is definitely going to die. or he's going to have to fill out a lot of life insurance for Rebby.
To me, it sounds like a redo of what they were trying to do before, right? Because it was going to be what was it going to be?
I forget the name of the last one they had.
Some kind of broken something match.
Yeah, it was a broken something. I don't remember specifically.
Well,
but.
so now are they actually going to do a deletion? Are we seeing a deletion in AEW?
That's what it seems like. I mean, that's the name of the match, anyways.
So, and again, like not saying I want to complain about it because I want to see this. I've wanted Matt to be broken and to be this character that he was great at in 2016, but it's just so weird that he's 1 minute I'm regular Matt Hardy, the next minute I'm broken Matt, and he calls it the multiverse of Matt Hardy or whatever, which is, you know, a good idea with everything. It's almost like he's playing into the comic stuff, which I get that. That's kind of interesting, kind of a good idea. But I don't think he should be actively playing it. I don't know why, and I know it makes it easier with COVID and things going on like that, but I just want the guy to be fully in the character. When he's fully in the character and he's doing that gimmick everywhere, I think it's hilarious, and I enjoy him. There may be some people that don't like it, and the problem is because he's had false starts here in every company now, and things have worked and not worked now. Now the people that didn't like it are really coming out of the woodwork like it's so stupid and all these other things. And all I can say to defend it is it was amazing in 2016. It was amazing. But then it's like, I got nothing else, though. Every other thing he's done with it has been horrible since then.
It just became watered down, you know, version, a shell of its former self. And I don't blame Matt specifically for that. Obviously, WWE tainted the product that he was trying to create.
People in the chat are furious that you don't have a camera.
I see that.
I'm just telling you.
Like,
I'm not saying.
Who are you talking to?
Yeah, they're angry. They're going to kill somebody.
I keep leaning over and puking, so they can deal with it for the night.
You want to see Jake puke, everybody? Ender Skillet 716. Thank you very much for the subscription, man. Appreciate you being here. Porma Cerveza in the chat, man. What's going on, bro? Thank you for subbing, man. Thanks to TF10 for subbing too, man. What's going on, TF10? And pour you a beer, man. We're live after every WWE, AEW, and everything else, plus videos throughout the week. Plus, me and Jake did a 1-hour podcast. Bry Guy's the king of the wheel for Monetize this week, baby. Shout out to the king, Bry Guy. Me and Jake did a 1-hour.
Thank you, Daniel. It was a Broken Rules match, Joe.
That's what it was. Broken Rules. But now it's a deletion. Now it's a full-on friggin' deletion.
Now it's an elite deletion. So we'll see what that turns into.
I don't know what that means then. That could mean, God, who knows what that could mean. But we did a 1-hour podcast. It's up on Patreon, patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. If you guys want to hear episode 4 of the Jake and Joe podcast, it's up on Patreon. Download it on your phone, download it on your desktop, whatever, or play it from the app, whatever you want to do. Become a patron, check it out. It's up there right now. And if you want a sample of it, we talked about Rudy Giuliani being caught with a 15-year-old allegedly on the new Borat movie that's coming out this Friday. We talked about that shit and a bunch of life stuff. It's a good listen, 1 hour, and it's up. And there's a 15-minute little snippet of it up on one of my 500 channels that I have called Shame on News. If you haven't checked out Shame on News, go check out that podcast. Another donation coming in.
Super Chat Party.
Jennifer, Muppet Baby.
Love you guys.
What's up?
Jake should DM me on Twitter. Mox rules and has since forever. Thanks.
Yeah, baby. Mox is...
There you go.
We like Mox here. We like Mox, man. I've liked Mox for a long time, man. Back to the CZW days. Jennifer, thank you so much for dropping the $7. And we're talking about Canada, baby. Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true page. All right, I'm sorry. Shout out to Canada. Thanks to Jennifer. They just had their Thanksgivings last week. It was a lot of fun. A lot of fun stuff. And Jake, the DMs. What are you doing?
Yeah.
What the hell are you doing?
I don't know. She wants me to DM her. There we go.
What are you doing?
Apparently, I don't know, but I got to figure something out.
What the fuck, bro? All right. Anyway. What else do we got here?
Let's see. Where the hell were we? Oh, that's right. We saw Sammy Guevara and Matt's little thing. Then Taz came out with his cronies, Cage and Starks.
Bitches.
Taz bitched into Will Hobbs and didn't let Cage speak, and it was brilliant. That's really what it comes down to. Let Cage say as little as possible. This is working. And, they lamented Darby Allin getting a title shot, how it's not fair. Taz went to Tony Khan And if Starks beats Darby Allin, then he would be challenging for the TNT title. So, Allin gets everything he wants. They just kind of keep going on and on. And I did like when Ricky Starks took over. He said, I've proven my worth, and I keep getting the rug pulled out from under me, and you're just a half face painted little bitch.
Oh!
I like the ending line, so that was good. Pretty solid promo from both guys.
Yeah, good stuff there too, man. Nothing.
Yeah, more character development, and we furthered the story on both ends. We got them going to face Will Hobbs for Cage, and we're going to see Starks go against Darby Allin, which will play into the TNT title. So it makes me wonder if they're going to give Darby Allin the TNT title, or they could consider Orange Cassidy to have it. That's a possibility too next week.
I hope they give it. It's going
to be a lumberjack match.
I hope they give it, man. I want a giver, not a receiver. Let's go. I mean, listen, I hate to blow this show tonight. I hate to blow the hell out of this show tonight, but it's like, dude, this show made me feel great tonight. Absolutely loved it. I was into it, man. Like, I was like cheering at home and laughing at home and stuff like that tonight.
Yeah, I was having a good time watching it, which is rare when it comes to wrestling lately. Even on SmackDown, I like the storylines. I'm enjoying what I'm seeing, but I'm not like fully entertained or overly enthralled. I could watch SmackDown after, kind of fast forward through some things, and I still like a good portion of the storylines there. But with this, I don't know what it was tonight, because I haven't been a big fan of the past few weeks. Tonight, with them pushing characters so much, it really worked for me.
You went on cam. Look at that. There he goes. Blah! Don't turn his cam on until he's done.
And I like and appreciate what they did. So
you actually turn your camera on. You're throwing up and you actually listen to people. You just said, no, I'm not doing it.
Hey, I'm a man of the people.
Good God. All right, we'll try not to videotape you or put you on the camera. I still think we use videotape. I say tape and picture and record tape and videotape. There's no tape anymore. There's no tape. Joe, there's no tape.
I say the same thing, too.
I can't stop doing it. It's like, there's no tape, though. It's all digital. What are you doing? All right, so what are the women up next or something? What happened?
Britt Baker with Reba. She takes on Kylan King. She was, I think, 0-10, 0-11 at this point. Now she's 0-12, 0-13, whatever she's up to. But yeah, she's hasn't won a match yet. Poor Kylan King. She was decent against Brandy last night too on Dark. So I guess eventually we'll see her get her win. I didn't think she was bad against Britt Baker here.
No, this was pretty solid. It wasn't a great women's match, but one of the things I'll say about it is even some of a couple of the matches that have been better recently, like that have been the best of the women's matches we've seen, they've had moments where they didn't work out so well, or things didn't look the best, but the match overall was one of the better ones of the year or whatever for AEW. And AEW has only had a few matches that are decent. But that being said, this match from the beginning to end I thought was really solid. It made Britt Baker look really good, really solid match. Nothing that was ever going to be crazy or steal the show wrestling-wise. Just a very solid, went out, executed. I never thought, oh, God, the women are like, they're just so bad in AEW. It looked like a regular women's match, and I didn't notice anything bad about it. So, yeah, another win. It was like they were on fire tonight with whether it was a really funny thing or a really good thing or whatever they were doing. Even if it was something that wasn't that great, it was still just, that was solid. Like, that was pretty good.
It really was, because, at first she catches Britt with this really good, like, spinning kick, and then Britt hits a really nice sling blade, and then she got that great curb stomp. That looked superb. And, Kylan's selling job for her was impressive. I thought that worked out well. She looked like she was really getting her ass beat by Britt, which we needed. We needed to see Britt be showcased since she's only just come back recently, so...
And this is the match. I have two things to say. First, I have a comment about Tony Schiavone. Before I do that, let me rewind real quick, because we're taping. Let me. Earlier in the night, when Kenny Omega was coming out, they did that whole like Dave Meltzer gave him 5 stars, and he did this and that. Dude, is Dave Meltzer not being paid by AEW?
Cornette seems to swear by it, and many other people do as well. It seems that way because either Dave, I don't want to sound like a copycat here with my opinion, but it's true by what he tweets and says. He looks, I don't want to say afraid, but unwilling to criticize AEW. He comes down so hard on WWE and even New Japan at times, but he really just, blast AEW as the best thing. And even when things are awful, like, the show a couple weeks ago was really bad. Last week was not good either. And he acts like it's the best thing ever. So,
and this happens in wrestling. Okay. I want everybody really quickly, like, I want to go into this again for the millionth time. But if you don't think that this doesn't happen in wrestling, you got a strong thing coming. I mean, do we know and understand what WWE did for me? Like the things that WWE did for me, in hopes that something would, right? Like, I'm not gonna even say it, but you know what I mean. I burned bridges with people. I burned bridges with people because I was given things in order for me to, take it easy. And those bridges are burned to hell. And they're never coming back. And I did it for integrity, I guess. Like, I did it because I don't know, man. I didn't come on here to give you my skewed opinion or fake opinion or half opinion. But it's like, dude, so I don't know, man. And maybe Meltzer, maybe the Observer letter isn't getting enough subscribers. Maybe people aren't going over to F4W Online, logging into a website and dropping $9.99 a month on hearing the podcasts and on hearing and reading the articles. I'm sure that there are people, it's older people might still be on there from years ago, but I don't know how many new fans or listeners or subscribers behind the paywall they're making over there. I don't know. I mean,
that's one of the things we were discussing earlier. Are there any, casual fans left? And, how does this coincide with everything else? Because now you're not seeing subscribers gained for anything, for the network, for podcasts, for YouTube channels. When wrestling's down as a whole, that's a problem it trickles to everybody else. So,
all right. What's up,
really,
Beersy?
it's showing.
You got Six and Beersy. They're making love in the chat. It's just really naughty. It's really naughty what you're doing, bro. It's naughty. But, yeah, so I wanted to comment on that. But let's go back to the match we were talking about with the women. And by the way, if you guys are watching right now, stick that thumb. Hit that like button and stick that thumb up my ass. Okay? I want a thumb up my ass, all right? Let's go. Let's bring it on. Tony Schiavone in the women's match. I don't care about this. I couldn't care.
I don't either. I know where you're going, though.
I have no filter. I don't give a damn. Whatever. Tony Schiavone was trying to describe, I think, Britt Baker. And he was like, she's just been a nasty, she's been just so, she's a bitch. And that makes sense because of all the stuff that
she's put him through.
Right? Like all the things that Britt Baker has put Tony Schiavone through. Like, and obviously, he's going to be angry. He's going to be mad. All these things, right? So, he's going to have this viciousness towards her or whatever you want to say. But it's like, that the cancel culture are the people out there. And I heard some girl the other day ranting on it. I heard our old friend Bunny ranting on this. And she's a psycho, by the way. I'm never talking to her again. What a nut job she is. And she was saying how the B word is a oppressive word to women. And no matter what,
God.
blah, 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 blah. And I was like, okay.
Still think she's trolling?
No, yeah. I think she's using, because she was a far right person. Now she's suddenly a far left person. She's
bops to where the money goes.
She's either faking it for the money or she's insane. I don't know which one it is. But so, everyone's
could be all the above.
You can't say bitch, and then everybody was making the case about how you can say bitch if you're a woman because that's your right to use it, just like the N-word or something like that. And I was like, huh. And so anybody that uses that is oppressive and stuff like that. So, I mean, Tony Schiavone called her a bitch. There's going to be like articles probably on this. There shouldn't be at all. Let me just say, it's so stupid. But there's going to be people writing
just like
articles.
With some of JR's content.
Did you hear Xavier? Did you hear Excalibur when he said it? He goes, Jesus, Tony. Like he knows. He knows,
especially after all the crap he dealt with cancel culture. But you shouldn't be like, he didn't go ahead and say, oh, that Britt Baker is a terrible person and a racist. And, he didn't go out and, you're playing into the character. It's character work.
Yeah. Yeah,
if he was out in an interview and said Britt Baker, she's a bitch, I can't stand working.
It would have been
I'd be like, damn, that's different. You're calling, but she is a bitch. Look at how she's treating her. Reba, Rebel, whatever they want to call her.
Britt said she was a bitch. Yeah, but now but Kenny, he can't say she's a bitch. I'm not saying that. I'm saying the cancel culture.
I know you're not. I just don't understand.
It would be like
it's mind-boggling.
Legitimately, if Tony Khan called MJF an asshole. Like, he's just, he's an asshole. It's the same thing. So anyway, I just wanted to get out ahead of that in case we see those articles tomorrow and these crybabies. It will be the WWE people, too. It will be the WWE SJWs who don't like AEW, and you're going to see it. I don't know how you're not going to see it, because they did it to JR. They did it to JR. They did it just about everybody. And they'll do it to Tony, too. And what it is bullying, is all it is. It's them having an excuse to bully people. Like, oh, you said bitch, I'm going to somehow weave that into the thing in the protective class or whatever. And they're going to go after this guy, and that's all it's going to be. It's just people using what used to be kind of tough talk or fun talk or comedy or just regular words to have a reason to bully people. Like, oh, what do you mean I'm bullying? He's a racist. Or what I mean he's a bullying, he's a bigot. Or what I mean he's a bullying, he's a misogynist. It's like you're calling people misogynists and bigots and bullies and racists. There aren't that many out there. There's not as many as you think. Not everybody is a bully, a lot of bullies. Not everybody's a misogynist and a racist and a bigot and all these things. It's like, dude, there's a few people like that. There's a lot of people in a small packet, but you would think that everybody's one now. Everybody's one.
Yeah, it's such a small percentage, but like you said, it seems like it's a majority.
He's gonna get shit. And Xavier, I keep calling him Xavier. Excalibur knew it. He was like, go listen to it. It's hilarious. Excalibur's like, Tony. It's like, relax, Excalibur. Why don't you call someone the N-word again? But and by the way, it's like, dude, that's why it's like when people are like, oh, these people will never get hired. These people, yeah, they can. Excalibur has said crazy shit, and he's there, and they love him. It's not that big a deal. Super chat. Donations.
Don't think anyone will quit someone going to sleep.
Don't think anyone will quit someone going to sleep. Okay, ISO, thank you for the donation. That triggered me into quickly telling you what I was hearing. So I was hearing some people thought, well, they could go after Moxley's wife, Renee Young, and grab her and be threatening her, and he has to quit because they've grabbed Renee Young. But she still has a no-compete clause, I believe. Can't appear on TV clause, I think.
A year no-compete, I think it was.
So she still can't do that. And now she's working loosely, I think, with the WWE again. She got a job, something else. So
she'll be on Fox Sports 1 again this Friday as well, since they're on Fox Sports 1 for SmackDown.
Right, so that rumor's gone. That ain't happening. There's going to be no, they're going to grab a loved one and threaten them, and so Jon Moxley has to whatever. So
yeah, that's out.
ISO, though, says that he thinks don't think anyone will quit somebody's going to sleep. So another time someone's going to sleep. Probably Eddie Kingston is going to go to sleep again, or how could he get him to tap again? I guess he could get him stuck up in the ropes and be just torturing him with stuff. I don't know.
I don't know, because he's neither man is known for quitting. That's what makes this such a extraordinary circumstance.
I don't know. I'm not really sure.
That's what makes this so top notch. And will it top last year's unsanctioned dark match that they had at the end of Full Gear with Kenny Omega and Moxley? We'll have to see.
Yeah, because that's my favorite thing. That's my favorite thing that's happened in AEW for Kenny. I think I always say this. It's the Joey Janela match, and then it's the match with Moxley and Omega. Then that's about it as far as Omega goes. Yeah,
he had good run with the tag titles, but still, as far as a single career, that was it.
Right. Yeah, it's let's go to another donation, baby.
What else we got? Oh, a little bit of the bubbly.
That's it.
Want some bubbly? Whoa. Look at this stuff. Oh, a little bit of the bubbly.
That's it.
Did my thing and signed up Joe, and everyone listening should do the same. Peace, fuck Boris Johnson.
Yeah, Boris. Well, you almost lost him like Trump. He caught the COVID like Trump out there, Alan, right? Some people love him out there. Some people hate him. He's weird. He's you're Trump. Thank you, Alan, for becoming a patron, man. Appreciate it, bro. I hope you check out the stuff, man. We get 30 hours of content a month coming to Patreon. It's not on YouTube. It's all there. It's all to support this channel and everything I do. And on top of that, you guys get all this bonus content on Patreon. If you guys haven't done it, download it on your phone. It's free. Go to the website if you're on your computer. Scroll down. You'll see all the extra stuff. Me and Jake's podcast. It's an hour and 7 minutes long from today. You guys can right-click, download it on your computer. Or on your phone, there's a little arrow button that will download it. And if you want to search anything I've ever done, just come up here to search and type it in. But big shows like Morning Madness, Corrupted, the Corrupted Podcast. There's Wrestling Post. There's music that I've done. Funny songs and stuff like that, all the donation stuff. Note to self, me and my wife, Till Death Do Us podcast, the Final Frontier stuff, the After Dark with Jesse. There's so much shit. It's all on there. It's a ton of it. And shout out to the 330 patrons that we now have. Appreciate it, man. Check out all the different amounts and all the, the different tiers and stuff like that. Oh, shit.
Oh, shit.
Oh, we're getting fucked up. This guy is from the UK.
Tonight I'm getting fucked up. Tonight we're getting fucked up. Tonight we're getting fucked up in here. I get fucked up. So pass me some of that vodka. And pass me some of that ecstasy. And give me some of that pussy. Tonight I'm getting fucked up.
Here's some money, Joe.
Whoa!
Go get you a steak dinner too.
Oh my God, I'm gonna get myself a steak dinner tonight. I'm gonna
Get myself a steak dinner, and I'm gonna eat the heart of a baby seal. Yes.
Sir Huggington's. Wow, Sir Huggington's. Holy crap, coming in with the bombs away, dude. Sir Huggington's.
Hello, folks.
Thank you.
You
Oh,
freaking
what did you do?
thing.
We gotta put Sir Huggington's on here now, man. Oh my God, bro, Sir Huggington's. Going bombs away. Sir Huggington's. Dude, thank you so much, Sir Huggington's. Holy crap, bro. He dropped the classic $33 donation, which, by the way, that donation just makes me think of monetize this and getting lit up. I got probably some of the most drunk I've been on monetize this in a long time last week. And I know that because my head was murdering me the next morning, dude. Saturday morning, I was just decked. And I was up making breakfast for the kids and breakfast for everybody, and Leah was doing stuff, and I'm just like, I was in like just a zombie zone, and it was miserable the next day, so that was no fun at all. So, but, hey, Sir Huggington's.
Yeah, hangovers like that are awful. Ugh.
Oh, yeah, dude, it was. And it's not good. When you're 36, you're done. Like, at least I am. I've seen some people like 45, and they're at the bars, and they're like, you want some whiskey? And I'm just like, how the hell are you doing this? Like, I have like 5 shots and a beer on a Friday night, and I'm waking up crippled. I didn't used to be like that.
No, it's the way it hits you when you're older.
Even when I was 28, though, I remember saying like, wow, it's getting harder, But it's like, your body doesn't like poison. You ever think about that? I guess I should have thought about that.
I guess not.
Anyway, on to the next part. We didn't get done here with the show.
They announced that next week we'll see Tay Conti take on Abaddon. And they said an interesting fact that she's actually 3rd place in the rankings. Mm-hmm. Abaddon, she's 5-1 overall. Have we seen her in? I don't think we've seen her all but once. I believe
1 match
on the actual Dynamite. So
4 matches on Dark, 1 match on Dynamite, baby. That's
5 on Dark. So because she's 5-1. So
oh shit,
yeah. And then you figure Britt Baker is 6-6 now. I didn't realize she had that many losses for this year, but
she's 666. No,
it is not that they really go by the ratings at all, but they also announced next week we're going to get the TNT title match is going to end up being a lumberjack match. This way that it guarantees the Dark Order won't be able to get involved, but they're going to be part of the lumberjacks. So what sense does that make?
I don't know. Yeah, it doesn't. I don't get it.
That's the one thing that I questioned from the whole night. That didn't really add up to me. You would think that they would make it so, hey, they're illegal, to get involved or something like that. They would bar them from ringside, whatever. So we have a lumberjack match. I'm sure it'll be good, but that means it's going to be a shit fest with all the people on the outside. And I was hoping for more of an amplified match from Orange Cassidy and Cody like we got last time. Just more. And then we had the main event. We had the Young Bucks obviously taking on Private Party, taking on Reynolds and Silver, the Dark Order, against the Butcher and the Blade with the Bunny again. So this was a really good tag match as well. Usually I'm not crazy about 4 teams, tagging in 2 at a time. My one question with this is that they said it was no disqualification. Then why would you have to go ahead and tag everybody in?
Yeah, I guess
that screwed with my head for a little bit. Like, what would you care about having to tag your partner or who is the legal man if there's just no disqualification? So with them saying it's no DQ opens it up to be a shit show, but that wasn't the case. So it just, I don't know. They shouldn't have said it was no DQ.
Yeah, that. I didn't think about that. That doesn't make sense. You're right. What the hell?
Especially for what they gave us, they didn't need the no DQ rule.
Right. I mean, I guess
we didn't have weapons and anything that turned into.
I guess they could have just cleaned that up by saying the only way to get disqualified is by not adhering to the referee's 5 count or something. But
yeah, that would have worked. But having commentary throw that in, it was just a very odd thing to say. It took me out of it for a minute. Yeah, but overall, I liked it. Not the best match, but there was a few moments that I was really impressed by. It's the
weakest thing of the night to me, and that's too bad because that's how the night ended.
Even being the weakest, it was still entertaining. It was still good.
Yeah. And Tully moves, man. Holy shit.
Right away I knew it was him, but I was shocked. My God, he was very spry and agile. I didn't expect that from him.
Yeah, that's the thing is I was like, well, obviously that's Tully, but oh my God, I didn't know he could move. That's the only reason why I thought maybe it wasn't him, because I was like, Tully can do that? Like, what the hell?
Yeah, him doing the spike pile driver on, who was it, Buck Hogan there.
Yeah.
I was like, holy hell.
I could not believe that, man. I'd seen him 2 years ago at FanFest, and he looked like he was like needed a walker or something like that, but he looked pretty good. But it was like he's really old.
maybe he's doing DDP yoga.
I never thought 2 years later I'd see him jump off the second rope and like jump over somebody and boot. Like, he did a bunch of shit.
Yeah, the chair, hit, that was good. It was all good. It was surprising.
He's
now. Do you think we're gonna get this tag match at Full Gear, or do you think they're gonna have someone replace the Young Bucks due to injury? Because they obviously put Matt's leg in a chair and jumped from the ropes and stomped on it, and
I think
so is it going to be an injury angle that keeps them from facing FTR and we drag this on more, or do you think we're going to get the match and this is just to up the intensity?
All right, I didn't think of that. That's interesting if they do that. I didn't think of that. But what I was thinking was, the guy will obviously show up at the show like with a taped leg and like really bad, and there's that story.
Or is this a way for them to get out of the match and lose? The Young Bucks could lose here because of injury. That would be their fallback on excuse.
Yeah, either way, it could be that, or
I don't know if that's the best idea, but
right. I mean, or it can be that they win despite they've got everything against them. One of them's injured, kind of. It's the big payback story, those type of things. So, it's
Yeah, I mean, some people in the chat said it might look like D. Welsh thinks someone is going to replace the Bucks. I'm considering that myself. That might be what happens, but it's just
why. But why did they do? Why did they have the Young Bucks super kicking people and acting like assholes? That's
exactly what I was going to bring up. Why make them heels if they're going to face a heel team?
I'm so lost by this. What the hell? Why are you trying to get sympathy in this injured leg and all these other things? And these guys have been like super kicking like Tony Schiavone all week and for months.
It's dual fold, because I was happy that they attacked the Young Bucks, FTR did, because then we go ahead and we finally get to see them do something very heelish. They always have the heel tactics in the tag team match, but we haven't seen them be like really evil or dastardly. And this was next level. They're trying to injure their opponent so they can't wrestle in the match. That's pretty heel as heel goes. And for them to finally do this, I'm like, oh, good. It really shows them as heels. But then I'm thinking about it, as you said, and I'm like, but why try and show sympathy for the Bucks, who are working as heels as well? It was confusing.
Andale Peasy just reminded us about the Steveo segment. Recently, Jim Cornette has buried Darby Allin. He said something like, this guy, I don't know who this guy is, and he never cuts a promo. And he's kind of right. So the criticism is that Jim Cornette says he doesn't know who Darby Allin is. He doesn't cut a promo. Jim Cornette doesn't know why he does this stuff, where he's from.
And Cornette hates that he's constantly willing to hurt himself outside of the wrestling business. Throwing himself off bridges and doing shit like he did tonight.
So first of all, he does have a story. He got in a car accident with his uncle or dad or something, right? So there is a story there that is the other person's dead and that he was injured, right, in the car accident. Really bad thing. It's kind of so that story really does kind of explain a lot of what he does. And I feel like Jim Cornette, I guess he missed it. So, and maybe people are missing that story. So maybe they need to reiterate that again for everybody, or maybe he doesn't want to tell it, but that idea of why he doesn't care and he takes risks and he lives every day extreme like this is because he feels like he's living on borrowed time and he's got this darkness to him because of what he went through. So if that was explained or brought out a little bit better, I think that would help a lot of people. And obviously Jim Cornette doesn't know this, I guess. I know it because we all watched AEW from the beginning and early on when they were even doing other things. So
the direct quote is I paint my face because 50% of me is dead inside. When I was 5, my uncle was driving drunk. I was in the car with him. We crashed and he passed away. That's why I have this "nothing's over till you're underground" tattoo on my chest. He said a lot of people think that's why I'm straight edge, and to a degree it is, and it's from watching close friends who are very talented blow their opportunities because of drugs or alcohol. I made a commitment to myself, and I couldn't blame it on drugs or alcohol. So, that's a very interesting take on his past and motivation for him. I don't think they've ever brought that up on TV, have they?
I don't think so. I
remember us talking about this around WrestleMania or after WrestleMania time, sometime around there, and I don't think they ever mentioned it on TV though, and that's a huge clue into who he is.
And and he doesn't cut a lot of promos and stuff like that. And maybe he could say that I guess they could go with this whole thing like where he thinks people need to be punished, like bullies need to be punished, or people that do these bad things need to be punished. And he saw it go down in school. He saw it go down. Where people live full lives until they're 80 years old, drinking and ruining their lives and just being awful people. And, he's got some sort of justice thing on his mind or whatever. But none of that, you don't see any of that. It's really just like, hey, I'm in a feud with someone, or hey, I'm going to have a match with someone. So watch me do all these crazy, weird promos leading up to it that are weird, that are Daredevil-like things before we have the match. So so it is a little discombobulated, but I still like Darby Allin, and he's exciting. His promos are fun. Like, they're fun even if they don't quite make 100% sense with trying to figure out who he is. But, JR calls him an enigma. So, I mean, I guess, is this not...
What'd you say?
JR calls him an enigma, right?
Oh, all right. God,
oh my God. No, he didn't... No.
I thought JR was going off the deep end again.
No, he didn't call him that. No, he called him an enigma. Jesus. A person, thing, or mysterious, puzzling, or difficult to understand.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, how difficult? He's difficult to understand. Difficult and mysterious.
And I love that explanation. It works.
Yeah, I guess if that's what it is.
Mysterious. He doesn't need to have a lot about him told. And I like the promo style that he does previous to this, where he just goes ahead, says nothing, and had, like the signs that he destroyed or something he lit on fire. That was, in effigy to his opponents. Well done. So I like that, the symbolism that he uses.
Yeah. Yeah, I like it too. I think, maybe some more promo stuff that explains things for some people that don't know about it would help. But
what else we got? Oh, a little bit of the bubbly.
That's it.
Want some bubbly? Look at this stuff.
Oh my God, Tommy.
Oh, a little bit of the bubbly.
That's it.
Tried watching AEW, but when the dancers were on, my Nana thought I was watching something I wasn't supposed to. I got grounded and sent to my room screaming, "It's only wrestling, Nana." Then I beat off thinking of the dancing girls and came in seconds.
Oh, God. Kind of like when you were at the mall that time. That's messed up, bro. That's really sick.
Hello, folks. You freaking...
Really, really disgusting, sir. Oh.
What's good, Joe Cronin and Jake Big Daddy Cool DeMarco? Yo, did you see the leaked footage of Vince at Full Sail watching the Jericho MJF duet tonight? I just posted it. Show it.
The
Jimmy
Botch Club.
Miranda, Google him and support his award.
Everybody Google Jimmy Miranda and the Jimmy Miranda Award. He should be given it. That's what the Ultimate Warrior wanted. Botch Club.
Merch coming soon. There you go.
Yeah, you got to get merch on the Botch Club. I mean, there's wrestlers out there that are going to buy that. I'm serious. Like,
there's enough involved, no doubt.
People love it, dude. He's up to 26. They were at 24,000 the other day. Botch Club is up to 26,000 followers. Look at this. Incredible stuff.
Paper sticks to the wall. Like the seashore clings to the sea.
Oh my God.
You'll never get rid of your shadow. Chris, you'll never get rid of me.
Wow.
Let all the
Vince loves it.
Fight and fuss. Whatever happens, we've got us.
Wow, it's even like he's there. It's like he's there. It's like Vince is there. Everybody's got to go on a Botch Club.
It's a great edit with the blue background. That was a quick find too. We did that super quick. Wow.
That is hilarious. That's funny as hell. Good shit there on Botch Club. Go watch that video. There's more of it.
Next week we have Wardlow and Hangman Page, and then obviously Ray Phoenix and Kenny Omega. I'm curious with that match, does Kenny squash Ray Phoenix, or do we get like a really competitive competition between these two?
Oh.
I'm wondering if they're going to keep with Kenny just mowing down everybody till he gets to Hangman, or do they actually give us a full-fledged match? Either way, if they do it how they did tonight, I think it could be good, but disappointing. It depends on how they handle it. So
right.
I'd rather see a full-blown match between these two. I think that's got star-making quality all over it.
I want to have a full-blown match. A full-blown match. Let's do it.
And then we got the Lumberjack match for the TNT title with Cody and Cassidy. Then Abaddon will take on Tay Conti, and the Inner Circle will have their town hall. And Tony Schiavone is going to be the one, I guess, hosting that. So
right. Well, hey, you know it, dude. You know the deal. You got to give it love, brother. Did we miss anything else on AEW? We got it all now, right? I didn't write.
It's funny that we have just as many matches announced for Full Gear as we do for Hell in a Cell, and Hell in a Cell is this Sunday.
Yeah, they get.
And I had to rush it down my throat.
Oh, relax. That's a troll Botch Club. It's not real.
Yeah,
because you've had me on your page like 5 times, and you donate to the show. So come on, if you donate to the show, you get plugged, bro. That's how it works. You know, come on, he pays for the plugs. But also, it's not just that too. It's really a good fucking site to follow.
Great content. It's funny as hell and always entertaining.
It's not like It's not like I'm selling you bath salts. You know what I mean? It's like an actual place you're gonna go to it. I mean, dude, Botch Club.
It's wrestling content. You can't beat it.
Oh yeah, you got to be on my Instagram too, man. Lots of pictures of. You can watch me be a terrible father on my Instagram. I'm a horrible father. You can watch that on Instagram. It's very interesting. Go to my Instagram. You will love. Me being a terrible father on my Instagram. You will see lots of photos of me and my kids and my wife and everybody. You'll see Joe Cronin show stuff. You'll see everything, man. You'll see it all, bro. You'll see just about everything about me, and you can see what a horrible dad I am. You know, you can really get a hold of it.
You.
What was that?
I said, cut that out, you.
Fucking horrible friend, horrible father, horrible human being.
But I'm a horrible human being, bro.
Well, I agree with that.
I hate myself.
Not the father part.
I want to die.
Fucking horrible friend, horrible father.
So let me tell you something though. Go to Instagram.com/Joe Cronin Show. Instagram.com/Joe Cronin Show. You can find me, and then you can find Botch Club. All right, Botch Club on Instagram, 26,000 followers, and I mean he's done that in what, a year? So that's crazy, bro. 26,000 in a year.
Damn.
I mean, I gained It took me 2 years, I think, to have 25,000 subscribers. I think it was 2 years. 3 years. I don't know. It was crazy. I had 5,000 in a year. So what that guy did is pretty fucking incredible, bro. So Instagram, if you want to see weird pictures of me and everybody else, and Botch Club as well. So there's the plug. Anything else? I talked about what I don't think. So both of them could pass out maybe at AEW or whatever. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, we could see what happens, but I'm intrigued to see if Omega just beats the hell out of Ray in a squash fashion, or they actually have a full blown fight between these two.
Wow.
Either way, it's going to be good. So it's all leading obviously to Full Gear, and that's the match that I'm really excited to see Paige and Omega go at it. All that history that this has been building for a long time, and here we thought that really it was going to be Paige initially that was going to turn on Kenny.
Right.
That wasn't the case, and the bumbling drunk
was this
is
big
trying to redeem himself.
A big troll job that went nowhere with that word. I don't know.
With him drinking, but it did come full circle with the story. So now he's by himself. The Bucks aren't with him, and obviously him and Kenny are no more. So it's showing a really desperate Hangman at this point.
Right. Yeah, basically.
While we're on the, I forgot to ask you before, but did we figure out what's going on for tomorrow? Are we having Out of Nowhere? Are we doing the debate review? Or are we combining the two? Because tomorrow's the last debate, and I found it funny now that they're going to mute whoever's mic is not time to speak.
That's hilarious. Because I mean, listen, you got the first debate, which was anything goes, hilarious. Now you're going to get a debate where people are going to be muted, which is like there's going to be there's going to be people taking bets on who's muting and who's being muted. How many times someone gets muted? Are you kidding me? So I'm going to be playing a drinking game. I don't know about you. I mean, so yeah, I think tomorrow night will be Out of Nowhere / the debate, I guess. I don't know what people want though. I don't know. Or if we should do Out of Nowhere earlier in the day. I was thinking maybe do Out of Nowhere earlier. And then by the time the debate starts, then we watch that. And then have a drinking game where or some kind of fucking fun with it.
Yeah, coverage with that. That works.
Like over under on who's going to get muted more.
Yeah, who cuts who off? Who still tries to interrupt even when they're muted?
Yeah.
I can picture Trump screaming, yelling.
I mean, can what's it called? What are they called? God damn it, I won money on there before. Not DraftKings or whatever the other one is.
FanDuel, DraftKings, things like that, yeah. All those betting sites. I'm sure they'll have something on some of them.
What's the other one? Because that's the one I use. I don't even. Oh,
FanDuel.
FanDuel. Yeah, that's the one I've always used. I never use DraftKings. Now they're both the same company, but yeah, FanDuel. Get those FanDuel markers together. Like how many times somebody's going to be muted, who will win. How many more of the mutes there'll be. I mean, dude, there's going to be so many things that you could bet on tomorrow. It's going to be nuts. So many things to bet on tomorrow night that I'm going to be waxing my carrot to it. Like it's going to be like jerk off material times 100, brother.
It's going to be glorious.
Appreciate that. Thanks for sending me the clips, brother. Now I'm blocking you. The trolls are alive tonight in the chat. Not only the trolls are alive, but the trolls are alive on Twitter, sending me clips of all kinds of things. You are blocked now. You're going to get blocked, dude. You just got blocked, dude. I had to block so many people that were trolls. I mean, they're trolls, but you know what I mean? Come on, bro. What are you doing? What are you trying to do? We're talking about AEW. What are you talking about? What are you doing? Jesus.
Funny how, I mentioned back in August, and I got a decent amount of shit for it, saying that, The Undertaker will be back in November for Survivor Series, and WWE is supposedly planning heavily around Survivor Series to be involving The Undertaker. He's not going to wrestle, from what I heard then, but, it's just to have him make a full appearance and be kind of like the host of Survivor Series, since it's his anniversary, and they want to, have that kind of thing.
So
we talked about this back, months back. Now the news is coming out this week. WWE planning to build Survivor Series around The Undertaker.
There we go.
No shit.
Wouldn't it be funny if he got to the middle of the ring and he put his arm up like this, and then a crow or whatever that fucking bird that he had at WrestleMania 9, it just came like a crow or something came flying down and landed on his arm, and he held it and looked all badass. Well, I guess it shouldn't be a crow because then people will think the like Sting is coming or something since he ripped off the crow.
They could do something though like that. That'd be cool. But with him being the host, I mean that could be fun to have a night dedicated to Taker,
right?
With Survivor Series, I'm for that.
Yeah.
But for out of nowhere, we have quite a bit to cover tomorrow. So we obviously have, for what matches are announced, I think there's only 4, like I said, for now. Hell in a Cell. We'll go over those preview and predictions, and we'll talk more about plans for SmackDown stories, talk about Seth Rollins and what's going to happen with him past the Mysterio storyline, talk about Aaliyah Mysterio and her current contract status.
Because it's a deadly game, Jake. It's Survivor Series. Deadly game.
They have brought up the Darby Allin stuff on TV.
They have brought up the Darby Allin stuff on TV. See, what did I tell you, Jake? You fucking idiot. You fucking idiot.
I don't remember them ever bringing it up.
I know. No, you're right. I didn't remember it either. I just knew I knew it and Cornette didn't.
What is the take?
Thank you to Corwin Eberly. Fucking OG of my life. How you been, Corwin? What's up, bro?
What if they
Corwin Eberly. Oh, this is Tony from Reveah. Tony from Reveah. Let's do some heroin needles, kid.
What if they filleted us? If the turkeys ate us? If they had to hate us? The Thanksgiving was a little bit different. Instead, the turkeys ate us. They gobbled us apart. But first they'd eat our nuts. And then they'd eat our butt. The turkeys ate us. What if the turkeys ate us? What if the turkeys ate us? What if they ate our fucking nuts?
Look what Tony did.
What if the turkeys ate us instead of mashed potatoes? Instead the turkeys ate us.
Dance turkey heads dance.
All the turkey heads in the chat are showing us their turkeys and erections. We're getting both of those.
Do your fucking job.
Do your job and show it to us.
Do your fucking job.
Thank you, Tony from Reveah. Tony from Reveah, thank you for the $29, bro. Love you, buddy. As always, good shit. Got a good setup. Tony is pissing his wife off, her girlfriend off in the house. It's great. And shout out to him. Sir Huggingtons, though, remains the JCS digital champion for the night right now with his $33. So there you go, brother. There you go, brother. Tony from Reveah, $29. Thank you, sir. And also, shout out to Bry Guy, who is still the king. And also, again, like I said, if you guys want something to listen to right now and you didn't hear it, 1 hour, it's up on Patreon. We made it available for everybody. Normally, it's in the $5 tier and above, but we made it available everyone on patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. Go download it. Some spiciness in that one. Go check it out. You will download it, you will listen, and you will beat your meat. Trust me, you will beat your meat on Jake and Joe Podcast Episode 4, where it's time to sling the mud. And I'm talking about my wife's mud flap. No, I'm just kidding. Back to the donos. Thank you for the donos, man. Tony from Reveah. We got more coming in.
Shit bum.
Bot Club The Wrestle Daily combined over 180,000 followers on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok.
Woo!
Yo, Joe and Jake, The Wrestle Daily is DJing Halloween night at Fish Company in Providence. You guys should come.
Whoa.
Drink on me for both of you. You're not far away.
That is badass. Combined 180,000 followers, blah, blah, blah. Wrestle Daily and DJ Halloween night. Oh, you guys are DJing? That's super cool, man. I mean, listen, I would normally be into that, but I got to be at home with the kids. I got the kids trick-or-treating. Someone's going to be here.
With their niece and nephews, you know?
Yeah. That's got to be a big family night. Or back in the day, I would be there in a heartbeat. Or even if it was like the day after Halloween, I'd be there. Day after, day before, you know. I would definitely be there. But, yeah, we're going to be out getting COVID and candy. Although sounds like you guys are gonna get COVID with whatever the hell you're doing.
Yeah.
We're having an orgy Halloween night at the whatever the fuck.
DJ for all.
DJ forever. Oh no, don't do that. What's the capacity going to be like there at the Halloween play? Like,
I wonder. Can't be too much.
Yeah, what kind of capacity you guys got going on over there? What kind of flux capacitor you guys got going on over there? We got more.
What else we got? Oh, a little bit of the bubbly.
That's it.
Want some bubbly? Look at this stuff. Oh, a little bit of the bubbly.
That's it.
Give it to me, Dan.
FYI on the debate mics. They will only be muted during the opposing person's 2-minute answers. Not during the back and forth. It's auto-muted every 2-minute answer only.
Oh, DanH&Cora, thank you. Okay, that makes sense. That will stop Trump from whatever he did. I mean, listen, even people that like Trump, the last time were like, Jesus. Like, I talked to a lot of people on this show and other people that I've talked to were like, people that like even loved Trump to death, like loved the guy so much, whatever. Even they were like,
before it's only during their time that when it's not their time, it's muted.
Yeah, because he'll run you over. He'll kick your ass and run you over.
That's what I'm saying. I wonder if he's still going to be loud enough that it flusters Biden.
Yeah, wouldn't it be funny? Like, what I mean? Like the mic goes off. He's like, and I'll tell you what he did, and he knows what he did. That's the time, Mr. Trump. He knows exactly. And then then Biden's gonna be like, well, what I would do, and then you hear in the background, "You're a liar! You're a liar! Liar!"
Give it a hell yeah!
Correction, it's Friday, October 30th, and no COVID at all, Joe. It's a Friday night in Providence, so come on down.
Monetize
Have a drink
this!
with us.
Live from the bar! Monetize this at a Halloween party! Imagine if I get stabbed at the bar live on Monetize This.
I wonder if it's the Rainbow Room down in Providence, that gay bar. Place is lit.
I'm down. I'm down to go. If it's the rain, let's go.
I got a night of free drinks there.
Dude, I'll go to the Rainbow. I'll take it up the ass if I have to. I will take it up the ass. Do you understand this?
Hello, folks. You freaking thing.
All right. Well, anyway, but no, it's gonna be great. We're all gonna catch COVID. It's gonna be monetize this. It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be wild. It's gonna be wild. Shout out to Joe Reactions, CJ Rella, Hector Gutierrez, AJ Adams. Casey is raw. Casey's here. What's up, Casey? DanH&Cora, Hector Gutierrez. We said hi to. Anybody else? There was other people earlier, so sorry, but thank you, AJ Adams, and everybody else, to the members for you guys getting the special icons and things like that. If you want to join and become a member down below, there, go do that. So yeah, man, Providence, Rhode Island, Friday night. That's Monetize This. What type of Wi-Fi do you guys have there? I doubt Leah will like that. You're right about that. She won't. But what type of Wi-Fi do they have there? You let me know what your Wi-Fi signals are, and we'll maybe.
Verizon just enabled their 5G network. So most major cities have 5G now.
Well, that's why everybody's been going crazy, right? And burning
That's why
things.
the COVID numbers are going back up, Joe.
That's why everything is going back up, okay?
That's why people are crazy, yeah.
And that's why dude, I can't believe you just said that, because all day yesterday and today, I've been walking around the house random times for no reason with a butcher knife, and I've been obsessing with the idea of going outside and digging a hole with a knife and then burying animal bones in the hole and then jerking off into the hole. And I kept having these intense feelings, and I was like, this is so weird. Why am I thinking about these things? This is fucking bizarre.
They're putting the signal into your head, and it's making you do these awful, awful things.
Yeah, and I keep, what's it called? Virtuing, or what's viewing, or what do they call it when you're self-viewing, or I'm viewing from someone else's eyes.
Oh, there you go.
Whatever it's called, I forget. If Dave Rose was
virtue
here.
Signaling, but,
No, I'm not virtue. There's no virtue signaling going on. No, none of that. But no virtue signaling. But remote viewing. That's the word. Remote viewing.
Living vicariously through others. Yeah.
Exactly.
Hey, remote access. That's all you need.
Right.
Take over in the future. It would be crazy to take over somebody's brain.
Actually, Wolfpack, I was meant to feel that I shouldn't be going there, and so I didn't go there. I didn't stand anybody up. I was basically told not to come, and I was bitched at by some of the people that were going to that thing, and that's why I didn't go, including my shit that I had to do at home with the kids. So Wolfpack, we'll catch you later, brother. But you're not part of the Wolfpack.
We've had many fun times, the Hardys and other wrestling shit.
Oh yeah, dude. I've gone all over.
Absolutely, it's been good.
Absolutely.
Look at all the fun you had at the goddamn WrestleMania shows. And,
So much stuff, bro. So much stuff. But remote viewing, I'm like remote viewing women.
Sorry to cut you off there. I don't think we really talked much about it, but I know you, Connor, and I originally made plans around before WrestleMania to have a big thing going on for obviously SummerSlam, and with the COVID happening, we canceled all that. But we had talked. We were in the process of having that place rented out, and it was going to be great. And it wasn't like, oh, we're just saying this. Like it was already happening. I talked to two of the owners, and so did Connor. Like we had set this up. It was already in the process of becoming a reality. And then when we went to call back, they're like, well, we're canceling things now. We got to see what's going on. And then obviously the pandemic happened, so nothing came to fruition. But
that was going to be fun, bro.
We're going to have the biggest damn meetup we can.
Yeah, that was. I was really looking forward to that. That sucks.
SummerSlam and all the shows in Boston was going to be great, and being able to see all the fans and friends that we don't get to see often online, and a bunch of people wanted to come out.
Being able to hook up with the groupies and then get Me Too'd later. Everybody was really looking forward to that. Oh, it's too bad. We were really looking forward to that, bro.
I am legitimately disappointed, but because every time we've done any type of public thing and met up with people, they're always great, and it's always awesome to talk to fans. And I don't know how many people for Money in the Bank came up and took the belt and took pictures with it for Monetize This. That was great. Nice to see all the different people and talk to everybody.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a really good time. It was a really fun time. And, man, I just hope that you guys check out me and Jake's podcast from earlier. It's an hour long. Leave a comment on it, too. Let us know you heard it, because none of the stats are working on Patreon anymore at all, unfortunately. None of the stats are working. So, I can't tell when people listen to the shows, really. So just let me know you guys are enjoying it. It was the number one asked for thing. So I think people liked it. Tomorrow, Off the Rails.
We have a format with it, too. So I really like the way it's going. We're kind of just, not planning and preparing like we used the topic. We're just kind of blasting through, and it feels more like a natural conversation. So it's been nice.
Right.
No pre-production in the sense of I like going in blind and us just rambling.
Right.
Today's episode was great. So I really want people to hear it and let us know what they think.
Off the Rails is going to be out tomorrow too. So if you've been waiting for that episode, I don't know what episode 9 or something like that. It's coming out tomorrow. I forget whatever episode it is, 8 or 9. I forget. That's coming out tomorrow, and me and Jake will have more for you. We'll be live tomorrow night at some point with Out of Nowhere, and potentially maybe I'll try to ask people what they want. Maybe a debate and something else.
A little bit of the bubbly.
That's it.
Want some bubbly? Look at this stuff. Oh, a little bit of the bubbly.
That's it.
Cock Club, Botch Club is a murdering bastard, Joe. If you go, that's your grave. His channel is great, but he ain't too smart throwing COVID anal sex parties.
Oh my God. Yeah, they're going to have a COVID anal sex party out there.
Sex party. Now I'm definitely going.
Yeah, now, I wasn't sure about going before, but now it's like, dude, I can't wait to get that and then give it to Leah. That'll be really fun.
Oh, and just spread it through everybody.
Thank you, AJ Adams. Yeah, we'll spread it all over. Everybody.
Show Sister Abigail, a.k.a. Britney Spears, I posted last night.
Oh, yeah, that one I was afraid to show, to be honest. I've been hit with so many things, Botch Club on YouTube, that I don't show shit. Yeah,
it was fun. I could see that one though. That was I liked it.
I can show the thumbnail of it, but I can't really play it because it's like.
Hell, look at me! I got permission from both YouTube and the studio, and they still took my video down all that time ago. So
remember one time Dave Rose was like, "Check out this." We were looking at alien videos or whatever weird paranormal videos. Me and Dave, and we had it on Corrupted, and we showed the thing, and the guy took the whole video down. And we were like, "What the hell?"
Yep.
I had to fight with the guy for days. Then he was like, "Oh, I'm sorry." He thought first he was like, "Yeah, so you use my content and then pretend like you didn't use it or whatever." And we're like, "Yeah, but it's not look at it." And then he looked at it. I guess he watched it eventually, and he was like, "Oh, I get it. I'm sorry." But thank God he did, because it was like, "Wow, bro, this is way wrong." So anyway, ever since then, it's like, geez, showing anything is dangerous. Unfortunately, that's how YouTube is. YouTube's a
on
mess
Twitch
right
now. They used to just give you strikes, copyright claims and/or strikes on your video on demand library if you played certain songs that were obviously copyrighted. So anything that would violate the DMCA Act, that would basically be the issue. So now a bunch of big Twitch stars are deleting every video that they have in their library, every VOD, to make sure they're not getting hit, because some people are getting terminated or suspended or all these different violations for streams they had months ago that played copyrighted music.
Right.
And it's ridiculous because it's a live stream, and you're previous streams you're not getting monetization from. So it's just a record of what you've done already, and it's such a bad practice too, because now all your previous videos are gone. It turns into you had to be there to see it type thing. And although that might attract some people to view, there's a lot of people that miss out and don't get to catch replays. That's unfortunate. But now they might change it where they can strike you when you're live.
Right.
And that's a big issue that people are facing. So now people are really upset with Twitch about that.
Twitch is losing it. They're
yeah.
I liked when they muted the shit before. I like the idea of if anything matches, you just get muted until it's over.
Yeah, until the song's over, and at least then it was only a couple minutes out of a few hour stream typically.
Right. But I guess I don't know. I guess they're going for, I guess they just don't want anything to do with a lawsuit or going to a court about it, or.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. So, I mean, I understand artists needing money, but that's one of the things that troubled me when, all the things on the network, all the theme songs, you licensed that song to use for that pay-per-view, that entrance, that show, whatever it is. You paid them for it, so they got paid. So it shouldn't be like an in perpetuity type thing that you pay them forever. It should just be you buy the usage and you get to use it for that purpose. Now, if we decided to make it a theme for another pay-per-view or use it for another wrestler, then it's repurposed and you should have to pay again. But they shouldn't have to pay to put the content that already aired up on their network.
Right.
I always found that to be really bizarre with how copyright claims work.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't get how they work either. And Jennifer, the CFO stuff is ridiculous. We've already ranted on that. That's just, it's sad for everybody because these songs were so fucking good. For all the wrestlers, they made sense. CFO was able to pump out so much music that was great. Now they're using, generic number 7 and none of the music makes sense with anybody. It's all just luck of the draw, fucking generic music. And now they had to pull all the good songs because CFO or whatever. They didn't want to pay CFO, and just that whole thing is trash. We've been over that so many times, and it's like, it's just awful, man. These wrestlers, they're like naked without this good music, and now you'll never get good music, it seems like, because everything that's come out since CFO is gone, I don't think anything's been good.
Super Jet. Joe diddled my butt at the last meetup. #me too.
Oh my God. Casey is Raw is going to expose me.
That explains a lot, actually.
Well, listen, all I'm going to say is I recorded it, and clearly you started it. That's all I'm going to say, Casey is Raw. Is you goddamn started it, okay? So that's all I'm going to say to you. So you can say whatever you want, but you started it, brother. And I'm going to finish it. I'm going to finish in you. I'm not going to just finish it. Finish it. I'm going to finish in you. Okay? Casey? You hear me? So don't go crying when Joe goes inside you. Sam Clark says, Joe, would you rather see a Playboy? Oh, who would you rather see in Playboy? Sasha Banks or Thunder Rosa? Ooh, I got to go.
Good question.
I'm going.
But I know your answer.
It's Sasha, but that's close.
It's a tough call.
That's a very tough one. I guess I'm going to go Sasha, but that's really a tough one. I almost don't know what to tell you there.
I was talking about Playboy with a friend of mine the day before, how they changed so drastically. And it used to be like just this ultimate symbol of sexiness, really. That
now they torture
girls
men.
Would love to buy the bunny ears just because it was an icon. It was cool to have. And
now feminists write articles in the Playboy.
Yes. And now there's, they since kind of ran things back a little bit, but they got rid of nudity for a while, and it's terrible how so much has had to change.
Right. Yeah, it's too bad.
So it's an institution of, the times.
Mm-hmm. Now they go into Playboy and they criticize everything. They make you feel like garbage. You know what I mean? Inside the magazine, they just make guys feel like shit. They make men feel like losers. They're like, you're like, what am I doing? And it's just weird, dude. It's a weird thing. I mean, it was always weird, but it was made sense before. Guys buy things. There's women naked, and there's interesting articles and a lot of ads and stuff like that and whatever else. But now it's like just, hey, we're just gonna bury men like on some articles. Like it's just weird. Like would you in a female in the plague girl, you know what I mean? Would there be articles by guys about how? I don't know. It's just weird. It's just whatever. Anyway, I don't buy.
I don't think you see that kind of commentary on.
Who reads
women,
those anymore?
Sure.
Nobody reads this shit anymore. Anyway, you just go to Pornhub or you go to wherever, or you go to virtual banger or something like that, and you throw in a VR goggles, and some girl feels like she's sitting on you for real. That's what you do.
You just go ahead and you sign into YouPorn and put your goggles on and slip away to Fantasyland, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Big sweaty or wet titties in the book. Phenomenal stuff. Phenomenal stuff. MJ getting savage in the chat. He just went after fucking Casey is raw like you wouldn't believe. Poor Casey. What are you doing to the guy? What are you doing to this guy? Anyway, do you think somebody will flip? I mean, I don't know, man. We're going to find out tomorrow night. We'll find out tomorrow night on Out of Nowhere / the debate show. We're going to be doing everything tomorrow night. Probably do a makeup throwdown after the Out of Nowhere. So Out of Nowhere is going to happen, I think, earlier tomorrow. It sounds like.
All right.
So look for that, guys, or potentially Out of Nowhere may happen later. I guess. I mean, maybe that makes more sense. Maybe it makes sense to be live with that at like 9, and then when we get done with it,
the debate is from 9 onwards. So
yeah. So then we have time, I think, to do that, and then go into Out of Nowhere, maybe. And maybe Out of Nowhere will just be Hell in a Cell predictions and whatever news there is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That makes sense.
All right. So then we'll cover them both.
I'll cover you.
Hello, folks.
It's a lot of covers.
Oh, you freaking...
I'm going to give AEW an 8 out of 10 tonight.
Yeah, that's right where I am. 8 sounds like a damn deserving of a good score tonight. They worked hard, and this paid off.
It was nice, man. It was nice tonight. That was wrestling, like, at least on a much better level than we've been getting. And even last week's AEW wasn't very good, I think we said, or wasn't the best. And last week was their anniversary show, and this felt a lot more like a show tonight, man. I really enjoyed this better.
Yeah, this was far better than the 1 year show. Go figure.
Check out me and Jake's 1 hour podcast on Patreon right now. Check out all the sauce on that fucking episode up on Patreon right now. It's 1 hour long. Episode 4 of Jake and Joe podcast. Yesterday's episode is up as well. And so much more on Patreon as always. And we'll be getting some stuff going. I almost had a fucking Final Frontier recorded with Dave yesterday, but didn't get it in time. I got the Jake one in earlier, and then I had some crazy shit go down at my house. So hopefully me and Dave will get that recorded. There's a whole bunch of stuff to talk about with that. We've been building up on that for about 2 weeks here. So we're going to have that coming as well.
Yeah, a lot to discuss there. You guys have been salivating to really get at it. So
yeah, me and Leah's podcast is Till Death Do Us podcast will be coming as well. We got a bunch of questions. All that stuff's on Patreon. So make sure you guys go over to Patreon. You ask the questions. You check out the posts. It's all there. Make sure you pick the right tier. And if you're in the $10 tier, that you select the tier so you're actually in it. Shout out to Steve. What up, dude? Good night, bro. 7 out of 10 from him. What do you guys give it tonight? Let us know in the chat. 6 out of 10 from Psycho. Mike Biederman's giving it an 8 out of 10. A lot of different scores. Look at Omega, man. It looks like he just took a big dump on someone's head, which I enjoy. Look at the chat's just lighting up with lots of
Jericho came out after the show was over to let everybody sing Judas and thank the crowd. So that's pretty cool.
That's kind of funny, yeah. Thank you for risking COVID, baby! Come on! And he just slapped people out there in the fucking crowd.
Next Wednesday is going to be a big night because we have Halloween Havoc for NXT. I didn't see any of NXT tonight. Spaz Phoenix said it was pretty good, but pretty much just setting up everything for next week. And that was what I thought it was going to be.
Right.
Next week is going to be like their own mini takeover for Halloween Havoc. I like the, spin the wheel, make the deal, bringing that back. That's interesting. And AEW should be a pretty solid show as well. We've got the TNT title match. So all in all, it's going to be a 2-screen night definitely next week.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Thank you guys for the donations tonight, the fun, the likes, the chat, the sharing, the opinions. And we'll get some phone calls going tomorrow, okay? I know that we haven't been getting phone calls in the last little while here, so my bad on that. We'll have phone calls coming back and tomorrow night as well. Thanks, Samuel. Raw Man, Jimmy Joyce didn't watch. Muhammad Abdel, 8 out of 10. D. Welsh with a 7.5 out of 10. It's the Costanza, giving it an 8 out of Russo. Thank you guys for that.
Give it a hell yeah!
Whoa!
Joe touched my special spots at a party as well. #me too.
No!
He told me
No!
it would only be the tip, Jake.
No!
Oh, Jesus.
I'm not Adam Blumpy, eh? Thanks, Fade to Black. Fade to Black.
That's how Joe started the first time with me, Fade to Black. He said it would just be the tip.
Oh, my God. Why did you do this to me, man? Why would you tell on me? Why would you tell on me? Why'd you do that to me, brother? Why would you do that?
Super Chat Party.
Psycho Kaz. Thanks for the $1.
Hell yeah. I wonder if AEW is going to do anything special for Halloween.
They'll do Halloween in Heaven. Halloween in Heaven. So type of thing.
Tay Conti said, I'm going to kill a zombie on Halloween. So that's funny because she'll be facing Abaddon next week. But besides that, I don't know if they got anything planned. Hopefully they do something, but...
And a super kick right to the face! Sorry. Psycho, thanks for the $1 super chat, man. Love it. Shout out to Sir Huggingtons, who was the largest donation of the stream. Thanks to Sir Huggingtons, he dropped the big one. And TonyFromReveah with the big turkey. And then Soundwave 92 started the night off with the $31 drunk on Christmas time. So thank you guys for some big ones. See you on Patreon. Congrats to the King Bry guy. Good night to the King. See you later, King. Thank you, 66666.
Do your fucking job!
SmackDown, WWE, or AEWN. Tune in to the Joe Cronin Show. Live on YouTube for review and reaction. Joe Cronin and Jake break down all the action. All of it. The Joe Cronin Show. Your source for wrestling opinions, news, and insanity. A wrestling podcast with attitude. Mature audiences only. Join our community of over 70,000 people. Subscribe free on YouTube. to The Joe Cronin Show.